So how do you know if you need a new wiper? I mean, obviously this one's shiny and this one's not, but the easiest way to tell is to look at it like this, just like you're trying to see if a board's straight or not. If you get the blade laying off to the side like that, there's a pretty good chance you need a new blade. It'll clear the windshield really well on the initial stroke, but coming back down, it's just not going to do it because it's just squeegeeing at a bad angle. A new blade will look like this. It's nice and true, it's in the center, it'll clear really well both ways. You can see here that the wipers are just making a huge mess of this windshield. You can see really deep scratching. And it's not that wipers are expensive, but sometimes people are intimidated about replacing them. I'm pretty good at taming wipers and getting them changed. I've changed them in the rain for years. I was working through college. I used to do it all the time. I got to where I was really proficient with it. It's kind of a fun challenge. So to make this one do a wheelie is with this little lever part here. It's easiest to do these with the hood up. Let me show you how to work the lever. So you can see it's being held up. It's being held by this little guy right here. Lift up the arm, and once you do it, then you can move this in or out. Or you can push it in, and the wiper goes down, or you can pull the wiper arm back, and then you can either use a screwdriver or your finger. If I do it with my finger, then the whole thing gets in the way. When it's in this wheelie position, as I refer to it, and most wipers have this, then you can rock it side to side and pull it off really easy. You can see how it gears up on those teeth. So if you pull the whole arm off, you can actually take that indoors and then deal with the rest of it there. And when you do that, you want to watch how it came off so that you know how to put it back. And also, another thing you can do is look at the stain on the windshield. You can see this windshield has a bunch of dirt and crud in it, and that's contributing to the scratching that you have everywhere. The biggest part is the bridge of it's rubbing on it because the wiper's worn out so bad. We'll pull this off and we'll take it to the bench and show you how to get this off. So here's the wiper blade and the wiper arm. You can see that we're still in kickstand mode. We've got this in the hold up position. See that there's the springs that hold it against the windshield. It's kind of fun. The way that these attach, it's easiest to look at it if you turn it around backwards. There's just a little loop on the end of it. There used to be all kinds of different means for doing them, but now it's pretty much down to a couple basic designs. One of the designs is a post that goes through here, and you use this lever to release the post when it's going through there. And the other one is this wraparound style. Now in this case, it's got a bump on this side and the other side. It's kind of a universal device, but there's going to be a little hollow spot. You see, like that, and then you can pull the hook out. So a lot of times they'll hook from underneath and it'll push out this way, or sometimes it'll hook on the front. But this is becoming kind of the standard. There's also ones like on Toyotas, on the older ones, where it'll be a couple of screws, and then there'll be another device that'll either have a loop or it'll have the posts. The post, you just put it in this position here and you just stab the post through there, and then this will lock down on it. Some of those you just pry them apart, some of them you do a little push tab, but usually with these tabs you'll either push in or pull out. Another one is a straight shot where it just goes straight in there. You'll have something that goes on kind of like that, where it just clicks straight into it. So you get your wipers out, you click this on first of all. It's a lot easier to learn this on the internet before you need it than in the rain when you need it. So that's locked in there, and then I push up on this lever and push forward. A lot of times there'll be a little catch on these too, and then there'll be a little bulge on each side that prevents that from going back. So here's the new wiper. You can see that it's got much the similar design that this one does. Let's go ahead and pop that off and take a look at it and see if there's any difference. So there's just minor difference. Like I say, it's become quite standardized, which is a good thing. And this is just a universal 21 inch. So you just, you saw what I did there. I tipped it down, and notice that it's going to click in this way. So I go around it with the wiper, and then you pull forward until you hear a click. So as you hear the click, be watching this little guy right here. See how it goes way out and then back? So when you take it off, you got to hold it way out, and then it'll come off easily. So way easier to pull the arm off in some cases, in other cases not so much. Now bear in mind, in order to get to that lever, you have to have this much angle. And whereas this one is kind of a pain in the neck because the hood's in the way, it's not always a bad idea to just get in there and do this guy here, little kickstand. While you have these off, it wouldn't be a bad idea to just paint these. So I use this on pretty much everything. This is the gloss black. It's a duplicolor engine enamel. There's a bunch of different kinds of engine enamel. The thing about this, with it withstanding heat up to 500 degrees, it can sit in the sun all day long and it's not going to hurt it at all. Aim it in a sample direction first, make sure that it's going to have a good spray pattern. And then we'll just do a bunch back and forth. Doesn't take much, and it just looks so much better so quick. So the more level and flat you can let this sit, the better, especially if it's cold outside. If it's too hot, if it's above 90 degrees, you're doing it in direct sunlight and you spray this, it's going to be really orange peel. So you want to make sure you do this at the right temperature, not in direct sunlight. Thanks for watching my video. I'll leave a link in the description where you can find some of this. I just love the stuff. They're not paying me anything to put it in there. It's been my favorite for years. And say I'm a little bit tired today, so I wanted to do kind of a fresh video. I got some good stuff coming. I've got a WRX valve cover gasket video coming. That'll be a Sunday video. And things have just been so crazy lately. Spent a lot of today. You can see I'm got some sun today. Spent a lot of today searching through sagebrush on a GPS Easter egg hunt looking for airplane parts. It was kind of fun, a little bit of adventure for me, get out of the house. Man, I look like crap. So say your wiper blade's not laying over to the side, but it's not doing a good job. A quick, easy thing you can do is just take a paper towel, spray it with some glass cleaner, or you can use some denatured alcohol, if that's another popular one. But just go up and down the blade and clean all the crud and all the old rubber off of it, and you'll be good to go. So if we take the new one, you don't see much, but if you take the old one like this and wipe it down, you'll find that you get a bunch of black mark on it. So all that old nasty rubber that comes off of the old one, once you get that off, then the new fresh rubber underneath that hasn't been cooked in the sun or hasn't been covered in crud is exposed, and it'll do a lot better job. You can see there. Now once you get new wipers, it's a good idea to get rid of some of this stuff here. You can see that there's a bunch of dirt and grit and mineral deposit on the windshield. If you put on the new wipers, that's going to get on the wiper and it's going to damage the windshield. Of course, this one's just a mess. This one's been pretty neglected. But take some cleaner and just clean it off. Painting the wiper arm and putting a new blade on made a big difference. Just look at the other one, how it just kind of stands out and just looks bad. Wipers are meant to just kind of be incognito. Now that leads me to another thing, is that when you're doing this and you're pulling your wiper arms, all that kind of stuff, it's a really good opportunity to get in there and clean all these leaves and garbage and things out of the wiper cowl. This is where the air goes in for your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning system. An HVAC system that's full of leaves is noisy. You get all kinds of baseball card and the spokes noise on your blower motor. It's just nasty. If you block this off and it's totally covered in leaves, you can't get good airflow to get your defrost to work well, because you need fresh air to have a good defrost system. If you have it on recirc, you'll get good flow, but it won't do a good job. So get all those leaves out of there. Isn't that just a whole lot better? Now, I probably could have painted that. That's going to be under the hood anyway. You can see I went ahead and did it on this one. Look how good that looks. The unfortunate thing is that it wasn't done in time to prevent all the scratches. I mean, we got a scratch up here and a scratch there, and it just looks terrible. And of course, they say only diamond scratch glass, but these wiper bridges, unfortunately, when you feel it, yeah, it gives you chills. It's like nails on a chalkboard. It's just a bit nasty. So make sure to do your wipers in time for your safety and to just keep your windshield looking nice.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below. If you like the video, click like, and always subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Bonus footage at the end. All right, let's hear it.
Just gotta make you smile.
That does.